What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight. Okay, we're coming back to Blind Guardian. Yes, indeed. Blind Guardian fans, feeling you. Come on now. Here we go. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to do all the clicks and the likes and the bibbity bob, do me a favor. Before you do all those things, please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from Java Devil, and this is actually one of Java Devil's 3 prioritized requests for the month of October for being a gold tier member on the Patreon page. So here you go, Java Devil. I hope you enjoy the show, man. Java Devil wanted to see me react to this song by Blind Guardian called Secrets of the American Gods. Now, have I heard the song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard the song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait a second, hold on, I recognize this, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. You may have noticed I'm a little hesitant about doing this reaction. Right now, when it comes to Blind Guardian, I am batting 0 with Blind Guardian. I've done one reaction to Blind Guardian and it got blocked, and it got savagely blocked. So, I appealed the block, and within, I think it was less than 48 hours, my appeal was rejected. So these guys are apparently very protective of their material. So I don't know, we'll have to see how this one goes, obviously. This was posted by Nuclear Blast Records, okay? And the video has 763,653 views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Blind Guardian, Secrets of the American Gods, official music video. Wah, wah, wah.
Damn it.
I'm already batting 0 with these guys. And listen, I love it when people say, Nuclear Blast doesn't block anyone, and my favorite, Napalm Records doesn't block anyone. You want to bet? I mean, Nuclear Blast blocked the hell out of me on the last time I did a Blind Guardian reaction, so don't tell me that they don't block. Of course they block, you know? Come on, man. I got the proofs right there on my page. So, I don't know. We'll see how this goes. Hopefully this doesn't get blocked, but like I said, Blind Guardian, I'm batting 0 right now, so hopefully this will get through. I'll be batting 500. That would be nice. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
Halftime feel nice.
Somehow we're not one yet, somehow
Okay, so far, I'm enjoying the song. It sounds good. I like the feel. I like the groove. I like the play in with the feel. Never actually changing the tempo, but just changing the feel, going from a straight time to a halftime feel. I like that. That was very well done, very strategically placed. I'm thinking about it. I'm like, could they have done it in a better place? The answer is no. They did it like in the best place they possibly could have. Vocally, very strong. The guy's got a great blend voice. Fantastic blend voice. Very, very strong. It does not, and the reason I'm saying blend voice, it does not sound falsetto to me. It doesn't sound like falsetto. It's getting up there in the register, but it doesn't, it's, how should I say this? It doesn't have the tone of a falsetto voice. You know what I mean? It just sounds like a very strong blend voice. So good on him. Let's keep going. Let's see where this goes.
It's what this land needs. Let's creep it back into sadly to say, but oh, there is no guidance but so bright, the blazing starlight, and we are watching you, stranger in a newborn land of hopeless gods and what a miracle.
I like that chorus.
You should not reveal the secrets of the American gods. Fall to infinity. No one cares for names. You better but don't praise the new lords. The secrets of the American gods.
Somebody wanted some attention, and now he wants to get free. For those of you that have not met this young man, this is Baragon. He's the newest member of the Heretic family, and he is a handful. Let me tell you. Yes, I know, you wiggly little worm. Hey, you wanted to come up here. You wanted some attention, so you're getting it. And now you want to get down. Okay, fine. Fine. Let me put you on the ground. Stop asking to come up, then. Kitties are the worst, aren't they? Yes, they're the absolute worst. Very indecisive creatures.
That's the truth.
No, he's awesome. He's a great addition to the family. Okay, let's get back to the song. I like that chorus. I like that chorus a lot. It sounded fantastic. Lot of great major usage, major chordal usage, which is fantastic. Going against that minor chords happening within the guitar. I love that contrast. I really do. When you have the major melodic lines over the minor chordal usage within the guitars and bass and keyboards, it sounds fantastic. I love that contrast. Always have. So I'm glad to hear it here as well. Guitar work sounds clean. It looks like we're gonna have a guitar solo coming up here, which I'm thrilled to hear. Fellow Ibanez player. Always good to see Ibanez being out in the front. Don't get me wrong. I there's plenty of other guitar browns out there that are just as good and maybe even better, but I love Ibanez, man. I do. I don't know why. Probably because it's one of the very first basses I ever owned was Ibanez, and I've I've been this guy forever. So, I just love the quality of their instruments, man. They make great instruments. They're not the best, but they're great solid instruments. And they're great on the price point too. I just my only gripe is I wish I could hear more bass. I mean that's always my gripe though. Like I always want to hear more bass because I'm a bass player. Sue me. But I wish the bass had been a little bit more prominent in the mix. I mean, I can hear it, but you have to kind of search for it. So anyway, I think we have a guitar solo coming up. Let's see what he's got. I love how they're showing like the care and maintenance of the guitar there. Yeah, man. Listen, I know a lot of people may disagree with me on this, but especially in the recording process, you have got to keep that guitar clean. Same thing with bass. You got to keep those fretboards clean, man. The frets get dirty. There's buildup that happens, dirt, oils, skin flakes and stuff like that. Sometimes blood, depending on how long you've been recording for, how many takes you've done. Take 84, God dang it. It all builds up on that guitar, and it does affect the tone. It absolutely does. So you got to keep it clean. Got to restring, put fresh strings on. Yes, absolutely. You get the best tone with new strings. You got to use the tuning locks and. Yeah, man, I mean, it's a lot of work that goes into recording. There's a ton of work that people don't think about. A lot of people think you just go into the studio, plug in, and you play. No, it's not that simple. You're going to spend a day, pretty much an entire day, setting up the drums. When you're recording drums alone, setting up the drums and setting up the mics. I mean, I've seen people spend upwards of 6 to 8 hours just setting up microphones and getting the mics in the exact right spots for the type of sound they're trying to get. Man, recording drums is the worst. By comparison, guitar and bass are easy. I mean, usually what I'll do when I record, I'll plug direct into the board, and then I'll also have a line going into a cabinet in a separate room. Like I put a bass cabinet in a closet one time. You'll put it in the closet with a microphone, positioned right at the lower right corner. And then we get that, and we blend it with what's going directly into the board. We get a nice blend there. But yeah, there's a lot that goes into recording, man. A lot, and you have to maintain those instruments during the course of the recording process. You even still have to, sometimes, especially guitar players, sometimes they have to restring and clean the fretboard and everything else, and that'll happen 4, 5, 6 times, during the course of the recording process of just the first 3 or 4 tracks. So it depends on how much you have to do and how many takes you have to take. So yeah, absolutely. There's a lot that goes on in the recording process that people don't think about. That's just the nature of the game. I love how the engineer back there looking up at the camera and crossing his eyes. I feel the same way. I hate recording. It's my least favorite aspect of being a musician is the recording process. I know it's necessary. I know it needs to be done, and it needs to be done well. It's a necessary evil, but I hate it. I absolutely hate it. It is mind-numbing. When you hear take 84, take 85, take 86, yeah, take 123. Yeah, I feel the same way.
behold, here's another trick, but now in light of path and glory, it is time to close your eyes. I shall live. Almost insubstantial. Resurrect these moments gone. Contemplate desire. An eternal flames burning down. Don't be scared. Follow the plan. On a lifeless tree, blackbird singing. Behold your father of violence. The one I got. It's sad. I thought you'd know that. The greatest liar is telling eternal truth. I thought you'd know that. I'm your master, stranger in an unknown land. I'll roar in silence, dead and miracle. Bloody fields, bloody roots. I will now reveal the secrets of the American gods. Fall to infinity. No one cares for names. The moment is right, you shall cry out. The secrets of the American gods. The American gods. Yes, we travel all alone. On you play and you see, dripping blood seeds begin when we enter on your words. Stranded, we're wandering. Time means nothing to the American gods. No more sorrows. Praise the American gods. You are burning. Yes, you are burning. Oh, you must conquer your fear. You better save yourself. But now obey the American gods. You better save yourself.
Oh, that ending. Little awkward. I don't know about that ending, man. Ending with that single vocal word, self. Just by itself. No, nothing underneath it. Just a cappella, self. I don't know about that. It's not sitting well with me. It's just not. The rest of the song was great. I loved the rest of the song. Just that last note. God. Anyway, let me think about it. I'll see you in the review and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Blind Guardian with Secrets of the American Gods. This was a request from Java Devil, and this was actually one of Java Devil's 3 prioritized requests for the month of October for being a gold tier member on the Patreon page. So there you go, Java Devil. I hope you enjoyed the show, man. I thought about this and I got a score here, and I gotta say, I feel good with the score. I think the score makes perfect sense. Hopefully you will as well. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give that an 8.5. Yep, 8.5. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
I'm just going to come out and say it. This was a great song. Plain and simple. Listen, I mean, it's not rocket science. It really isn't. This was a very well done song, very well written, very well constructed. Everything that happened from a songwriting standpoint, from the chordal structures to the chordal flow, melodic lines, harmonics, harmonic lines, counter melodic lines, the way the song was just structured as far as phrasing goes, you know, you got your verses, pre-chorus, chorus, verse, pre-chorus, chorus, a little bit of a bridge into the solo, back into the verse, pre-chorus, chorus again. It all made sense. It all made sense. It all lined up. Everything that happened within the song made sense. There was no surprises. There was no things that kind of made you went, you know, wonder why they did that. There was never anything that sounded sour or out of place or unnecessary. except for the very last word. I guess the only way to put it. The last word. That was the only thing. Self, all by itself. I was like, it felt a little awkward. But other than that, I mean, everything else in the song made absolutely perfect sense. So I had no issue with the song structure or the song design or anything like that at all. I think the songwriting was fantastic and well executed. And look, everybody did their part, and everybody did their part well. Drumming was outstanding. The drumming was very well done. Great job playing with feel, switching between the halftime feel and the straight time feel. Very nicely done, doing it in all the right spots. I mean, spots where I would have done it, I absolutely would have been in the exact same places that he did. So very well thought out, very well calculated. Bass, if I'm being honest, couldn't really hear it in the mix, unfortunately, which was kind of a bummer for me being a bass player, but I'm used to that. So yeah, us bass players get no respect, but that's fine. That's fine. That's the nature of the beast. That's how it is. Guitar playing on this sounded really good. Obviously very layered for the recordings, but I mean, he's one guy, and he makes the guitar sound like, you know, thanks to the recording process and all the layering and duplicating of layers and stuff like that, it's a very full sounding guitar tone that he gets, which is great. It ends up sounding like there's like 2 or 3 guitar players, and there's only one. So good on them. Great engineering, great mixing. Vocals on this, probably the high point of the song for me, in all honesty. A really strong blend voice, very strong. Not falsetto. I don't believe it's falsetto. It doesn't sound falsetto to me. It doesn't have that falsetto tone that you usually hear. It's a much fuller, much stronger, much more supported and well-rounded sound. Now, maybe he is one of those rare guys that has a falsetto tone that sounds that strong and that round and that full, but highly unlikely. I get the feeling what he had right there was a very powerful, very strong, and well-developed blend voice, and it sounded really good. I absolutely dug it. The harmonies on this, fantastic. That was probably the highlight for me. It was the vocals, yes, but in particular the vocal harmonies that did it for me more than anything else in this song.
I am the hype!
Don't get me wrong, I loved the guitar solo. The guitar solo was great, but I won't say that was the high point. The high point for me was, without question, the vocal harmonies. And they sounded fantastic. Absolutely dug them. The play within major and minor within the harmonies sounded good. It made perfect sense. There was never any time where I went, oh, that should have been minor, or oh, that should have been major. No, everything they did lined up. So I got no issue with it whatsoever. It's a great song, right smack dab in the middle of the great scale, in my opinion, which is why it's getting the 8.5, which oddly enough, right smack dab in the middle of the great scale, you know? So it wasn't a weak great, it wasn't a powerful great, it was just a very strong great. So that's why it's getting the 8.5, and that is where we're gonna stay. So 8.5, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's gonna do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hopefully I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, then I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for tonight, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.